before I get down to the nitty-gritty, I actually just realized that I did not explain the headband. I just got done working out, and I did not get to promote the shirt. It's Shawn Michaels. For all you 90s wrestling fan, why am I wearing it? Because he's the Heartbreak Kid and Mr. WrestleMania. Let's get on to the MVP. We're back. We're in the home stretch. Week 14 just finished. 3 games left. 3 games left. MVP race, again, said it last week, I'm going to say it again, 2-horse race. To stick with the theme here at Shoop, we're going top 5. I will make it shorter. These 10-minute videos are a little long because we all know it's a 2-horse race, and we know who the 2 horses are. But for me, I want to give you who I think 3, 4, and 5 is and what Vegas says. All right, so with that being said, let's start off at number 5. I got Derrick Henry, number 5 for me. He's literally the main focus of an offense of a team that's very good, one of the best teams, probably maybe the 3 best teams in the AFC. I personally think they're a little bit better than the Steelers. So I'm going to say he's the main focal point on offense as a running back for one of the 3 best teams in the AFC. Vegas splits it. They have Henry, Big Ben, Tannehill, all at plus 10,000. Pretty much, if you bet on one of these 3 guys at plus 10,000, you're an idiot. You want to just lose your money, might as well just donate it to me. Why I think Henry is number 5 for me. Let's pull up the stats here. So, Derrick Henry, Titans, 9-4. Like I said, one of the 4 best teams in the AFC. I think they're the 3rd best team in the AFC. He's got 1,532 yards. He's on pace. He just had 200 yards. He's on pace where he could potentially get a 2,000-yard season. We haven't had one of those in a couple years. He's averaging 5.2 yards per carry. I want to say, with like people that qualify, that probably leads the league. 14 rushing touchdowns. He only had 1 fumble. I kind of jinxed him last time. I think last time he was on my MVP list, I said he had 0 fumbles, and then he fumbled the next week. So I think I jinxed him a little bit. And then again, like I said, he's the focal point of the Tennessee Titans offense, and he's averaging. So people are going to try to stop Derrick Henry. They're not going to try to stop Ryan Tannehill. It's going to say, let's stop Derrick Henry. Let's make Ryan Tannehill beat us. And he's averaging 118 yards a game on the ground. That's ridiculous. He's number 5. Get those stats out of the way. Let's go on to number 4. So I got Russell Wilson here. Vegas also has Russell Wilson, plus 5,000. Still another one. I don't know why they're taking these bets, but I'm sure there are some stupid people that think that these guys and Russell Wilson still have a chance to win the MVP. He doesn't. Again, if you're going to spend your money betting on Russell Wilson to win the MVP, might as well just give it to me. Donate it to a charity. I don't know. But Russell Wilson. So last week for me, he was number 3. He had a very good game. He threw 4 touchdowns. But it was against the Jets. So because it came against the Jets, and I'm pretty sure he threw an interception. I could be wrong on that, so don't murder me in the comments. Because he threw an interception against the Jets, I moved him down a spot. Let's sound like a broken record. Let's pull up the stats. Great year for Wilson. Seahawks are 9-4. He's thrown for just under 3,700 yards. He's completing over 70% of his passes, which is ridiculous. He's thrown 36 touchdowns. He's thrown 12 interceptions. Again, I said the same thing last week. Most of them came in like a 3-game stretch. It is what it is. And they lost to the Giants last week. So he's down. He's number 4. He probably ain't going to go any lower than number 4 for me, but he definitely ain't going to go any higher. I don't think. But his rating's 109 too. So he's having a great year. Again, those turnovers are less, and they didn't go on that rough 3 or 4 game stretch. He's right in there with the guys that we all know are the top 2, but he did. So let's kick those stats out of the way. Fade away. Let's get to number 3. Hey, would you look at that? Me and Vegas agree again. I have Josh Allen. I have Josh Allen plus 3,300 again. This would be one where if you throw like a $1 to potentially win like $3.30 or $2 to potentially win $6.60. He could go off and throw like 5 touchdowns each of the last 3 games and win. But I don't think it's going to happen, but it is what it is. Let's pull up the stats on Allen. Like I said, I flipped him and Wilson from last week, and Wilson actually outperformed him, but I'm coming back over to get those stats out of the way. Wilson actually outperformed him, but what did it for him is first half, Josh Allen looked like rookie Josh Allen, like the guy who he thought was going to be a bust, and like, why'd you draft this guy who can't throw it accurately? That's what he looked like in the first half. Threw some awful balls just up for grabs off his back foot. Second half, turned it on. They end up beating the Steelers. Steelers are on a 2-game losing streak now. They look like the second best team in the AFC. So now let's bump over to these stats. He's got the Bills, like I said, 10-3. He's thrown for over 3,600 yards. And last week his completion percentage was 70, so this game kind of dropped it down, but it's still a very respectable 68.6%. So 28 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, which is fantastic. He's got a rating of 103.3. So on paper, yeah, are his stats a little less than Russell Wilson? Yep, but I think down the stretch, I think he's playing better. And I think he's got the Bills in a better position to potentially make some noise in the playoffs right now. So that's why he's my number 3. Kick them out of the way. And let's get to, for sake of time, I'm going to be honest with you, we all know who 1 and 2 are. It's no secret. It's no secret. Number 1's Lamar Jackson. I'm just kidding. We all know who 1 and 2 are, so I'm just gonna reveal them both at the same time. So my 1 and 2 are So here it is. This is where me and Vegas disagree. I flipped him. I mean, I've been all on Patrick Mahomes, but the way he looked and the way Rodgers looked this week, I mean, I got Mahomes 2, I got Rodgers 1. Ran out the Packers guy, but I mean, we're gonna look at the stats in a second, and that's what I'm making my decision on. But Vegas still has Rodgers slight underdog to Mahomes. Pretty much a toss-up at this point. We got Rodgers at plus 155, Mahomes at minus 200. If you are going to bet, because it pretty much right now at this point is a toss-up, my suggestion would be to go with the guy who has the more favorable odds and hope that he gets it done for you. Because he, again, plus 155, so you're going to actually make more, 1.5 times your money, as opposed to having to make half your money if you win. And it's a toss-up. So if you're going to bet, I would say bet him. I'm going to slide even farther over so we can pull the stats up here. I don't know how far I can get, but I want to pull the stats up for both of them. I got a couch here, so this is why I'm kind of standing like Captain Morgan. But I mean, this is what I'm basing my decision on. This is it. So we go record. Okay, Mahomes has them on record. Mahomes, Chiefs, 12-1. Aaron Rodgers, Packers, 10-3. Packers have had, I would say, more questionable games than the Chiefs, but still, the records are the records, and potentially both teams, okay, the Chiefs are probably the best team in the AFC, and the Packers are probably looked at as the best team in the NFC right now. So we have that going for us. Mahomes, smoking him and everyone else in yards. Mahomes has 4,200 yards. He threw for almost 400 again this week. Rodgers has a very respectable 36.85. So, okay, Mahomes has him there. That's it. That's where it ends. Record, which is a team stat, and yards, and then it ends. Then it ends. You look, Rodgers, 69.6% completion percentage. Mahomes, 68.4. You look, touchdowns, interceptions. Go prior to this week, Rodgers was still had him in touchdowns. Mahomes had him in interceptions. Mahomes threw 3 this week, so now actually Mahomes has more interceptions on the season than Rodgers. 39-4 to 33-5. Rating, Rodgers is smoking him. 119.7 to 112.3. QBR, not even sure what that stat is. These stats don't show it, so I think Mahomes is a higher there, but I don't really care about that. Long story short, right now, Vegas is denying it, but I think Rodgers is the man to beat. He is the man to beat right now, and he's got some favorable matchups. I feel like both teams have some favorable matchups, so I think they're both going to put up numbers. But I mean, if they're pretty consistent, they put up the same numbers down the stretch. And I think Rodgers is going to get it. This is going to be a career year for Aaron Rodgers, and he's already won 2 MVPs. This is not going to be a career year for Patrick Mahomes, because when he won his MVP, that was his career year. But it's it. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be these two down the stretch for the last 3 games. Going to get exciting. Again, I said it last week. I'll say it this week. This is the Super Bowl we all need. Someone commented, State Farm Super Bowl. Ain't no doubt about it. Love it. Jake from State Farm would have to make a tough decision there, but it is what it is. Free insurance for everyone. That's all I got. I haven't said this yet, but maybe you subscribe to the channel. Maybe you hit the like button if you enjoyed it, if you made it to this point. I'll catch you next week when it's probably going to be pretty much the same guys on the list.